do that. If he's like 28, which I originally thought, then I don't know, because it's a little old.
I mean, he's 42 years younger than your current starting point guard. The other option, cut Ron Baker and bring in Jason Kidd. He's been fired by the Bucks.
Yeah, I know. I was like, as a coach, like what?
Nope. As your starting point guard.
Probably still better than Jared Jack, but
yes, he is still better than Jared Jack.
And Jared Jack is the one that's in there.
I think, although I know you're not going to
situation.
like this, I think you need to trade Cantor. He's making $17 million and he is not, or $18 million, and he's not in the fourth quarter half the time because he's in foul trouble, and he's a liability on defense. It's not worth it. Yes, he's a very fiery player and he inspires fans and everything, but because of Noah, I think you have to trade him.
Honestly,
because you can't trade Noah.
This might sound like blasphemy, but I'm starting to think trade KP.
No, fuck no. Get the fuck out of here. No.
He needs a specific type of point guard for him to be effective.
No, he doesn't. He needs a point guard that can fucking be a point guard and pass the ball properly.
Yeah. How do we know what point guard he needs when we're relying on Jared fucking Jack right now?
Because he was the same way last year. Didn't show up when he had a former MVP point guard, Derrick Rose.
No,
Derrick Rose is a shell of himself.
Derrick Rose is in a wheelchair. What are you talking about?
Not in a wheelchair.
With those knees, he might as well be. Thank you.
That was cute.
Yeah, well, true. Walker, something. He's like the guy from Family Guy.
You strike gold and you're like, I have this gold in my hand, but you know what? Let me toss this back because I might find a diamond.
You had the nerve to say a former MVP, like that's going to somehow bolster his shitty prospect that he was last year.
I've got to dress the turd up.
What? You can polish a turd in gold. It doesn't change the fact that it's still shit. Okay? I can't help you there.
Let me ask you this.
What is his stat line right now? Where even is Derrick Rose?
He's like Carmen Sandiego. No one fucking knows.
some kind of retirement home.
Isn't he playing with the balls right now in Lithuania?
I don't know what he's doing with his genitals. Oh man.
The nerve of you.
Let's see
the nerve.
Let's see KP as an all-star reservist, and let's see him get some minutes with actual point guards and watch him flourish with a little bit of help. With Tim Hardaway Jr. on the floor, he's a lot more effective when he's not the only option and he's not getting completely harassed. Yes, he's not going to be mellow one-on-one, but that's not really what he's meant to be. He's good on both sides of the floor, but he needs to still improve, and to do that, he needs help.
According to Stephen A. Smith, did anybody see this?
I don't listen to anything.
God.
He called Chris Canty Greg Canty.
According to Stephen A. Smith, the Spurs were trying to shop Kawhi Leonard to the Knicks.
I don't believe that. I don't
know why you would ever think that would be possible.
I would fucking go. I would pay a lot for Kawhi.
3 first-round draft picks.
Sure. That is the best player in the league.
He's a
the
future.
Good news is, in 2 years they might get Zion Williams.
He's a future. He's a future MVP. He is a multi-time Defensive Player of the Year, right?
Yes.
I think he's got 2 now, right?
I believe so.
He's still pretty young, and he knows how to win with scrubs. So, I think I would give up, at the very least, I'd give up a decade's worth of 2s. I would give up 10 second-round picks for Kawhi Leonard. 100%. Like, if they're like, no, they'll never go for this. Just offer it. 10 second-round picks, you get Kawhi Leonard. We don't want any other players. You get Kawhi, 10 second-round picks. Contract signed.
Charlotte seems to be thinking they may shop Kemba out of
the reason I I heard, and I don't know the full truth to this. They want to send Kemba and a bad contract.
Okay. But if you're the Knicks, if Kemba Walker's on the table and Damian Lillard clearly isn't happy, why are you doing nothing to address your biggest problem? The most glaring problem starts with the guy who carries the ball up and down the court. I don't know. Every time it's inbounded.
From what I understand, is that it looks like on the surface they're not doing anything, but Steve Mills has been on the phone all week.
Well, he better be. He might as well go down to Rucker Park and find some guy that's playing there.
Yo,
like,
dude,
hey,
perfect.
dude, how old are you? Oh, I'm 25. Did you go to college? No? Fine. Perfect. Sign this. $100 in a McDonald's gift card. You want to play for the Knicks?
Dude, perfect.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, somebody.
Should we just ask Michael Beasley, can you play point guard?
There's got to be somebody in a park somewhere in New York City that's better than Jared Jack come breakdown time.
So then what about going with someone who you've already had that can play the point guard? Nate Robinson can do it. Amon Shumpert can do it.
Shumpert.
No, I know his defense has fallen from an A- to a D+.
And his offense has stayed at a D+. I think I'd rather just throw Frank out there.
Oh, Frank is so bad, though.
He's not so bad. He's young. He's up and down. He's had a couple bad games.
He's afraid to score. He's afraid to shoot.
He's getting a little bit more confidence.
You would too if you can't make anything.
He's a rookie.
That's he just said it. You would be afraid to shoot if you can't make any shots.
What happened to him? Wasn't Frank the one that decided he was going to go over and play foreign basketball and come here?
Their confidence goes up and down, up and down. This is like expecting amazing stats from them is crazy.
I'm not expecting amazing
stats.
This
is a pretty good indication that you should probably play college ball rather than go.
No, he didn't go overseas. He's from overseas.
His defense
he's from like Chad, isn't it something like that? He's from Chad.
He's French.
And I don't think he is French. I think he's from Chad.
Well, he played
grew up in France.
French ball, yeah.
Or Gambia or something.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
because nothing screams toughness in basketball like playing in France.
Hey, Tony Parker.
Okay.
I've won. Yeah.
Exception to the rule. That's like saying that everybody from Cameroon that plays basketball is an animal.
Give him some time to develop. Like, we don't know what he is going to be. Like, yes, he's having a rough patch right now, but it's a rookie season.
I know it's a rookie.
It shouldn't be expected that he's gonna all of a sudden.
He needs a specialist in there with him.
I know it's a rookie season. It's almost half a season, and he's had one game where I thought, man, he's not bad.
Then you haven't been watching enough games because he's had many games where I've thought, okay, there's flashes of brilliance, and if he can put it together, then he could be good. I don't think he's ever going to be all-star levels, but that's you're not ever guaranteed to get that.
I'm not expecting.
It wasn't the earliest pick.
I'm not expecting all-star level. What I'm expecting is someone who's competent on offense, whether that's passing, scoring.
I mean, give it time. It's his first year in the NBA, coming from the European system, where if you hold the ball more than 3 seconds, you're getting benched. You know, he's not used to scoring. He's not used to creating. All they do is pass over there.
I was so high on this kid when he was drafted.
His defense is still good. It's way better than Jack. And
come on.
You just need
to
get,
I can step in and play better defense than Jared Jack.
Shit, that's the problem right there. He obviously doesn't realize that the NBA is not about playing defense. Do not incorporate defense into anything here.
Except for rebounds.
We're trying to go for 200 points plus.
That's true.
Which might get thrown on the Knicks tonight.
Yeah, we play Golden State
depending on if Golden
KP.
State decides to,
they're
actually
probably
play their
gonna
players.
rest their starters.
No, I said the Knicks
starters could play the first 5 minutes, sit out the rest of the game, and then play the final 5 minutes in the fourth quarter, and they'd still win.
That's not fair. Their backups are fucking Jaja Pachulia, LaMarcus Aldridge. So their backups are better than the Knicks starters. So that's not fair. I think the Knicks are going to win tonight. They're going to win by 2. Because the Knicks are going to step on the court, KD, Draymond, and all of them, they're going to be like, they think they're a fucking team. They think they're an NBA team. Look at these guys. And they're just going to not play for all but 2 minutes. And in those 2 minutes, the Warriors are going to score 28 points. That's what's going to happen.
Pretty fucking bold prediction on your part.
Yes. So let's get to. We're done with the NBA. No, we're not. Tony, you were talking about drama in the NBA. Talk more about that.
I just find it hilarious. I mean, these are guys that are tough in front of a camera when it seems like machismo, but you know what? They don't like what. Nothing's coming out of this, and the fact that the NBA is encouraging it. They're like, oh, Aaron Aflalo, no big deal. You didn't like the way how physical things were getting, so you decided to start swinging on somebody. 2-game suspension. No problem, even though you're trying to throw haymakers which don't even connect, and then you end up getting choked out.
In all fairness, isn't a haymaker from a guy like Aaron Aflalo just like a love tap from a baby?
I guess. I mean,
have you seen his arms?
You would think he would know how to throw a punch growing up in Compton. That's all I'm saying.
Listen,
You would have thought he would have learned that.
I know that you're all about, these rappers and shit, Tony. But you know as well as I know those West Coast bitches don't hold shit to New York rappers.
That, irregardless.
Don't talk to me about Compton when we got New York and fucking Atlanta on this coast.
I mean, NWA.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure that
Tupac?
that Cali is winning the rapper race.
No, I'll take your Tupac and I'll see your Biggie. They cancel out.
Okay, Kendrick.
Okay, let's go with Atlanta. You've got Outkast.
Lil Uzi.
Pump the brakes here, okay?
Outkast is good, but they're not on Kendrick's level.
And don't bring anybody into the argument. Lyrically, the only person on the East Coast that even comes close is probably a white kid from Connecticut. Okay? Chris Webby.
No. Okay.
Did you hear the Sway in the morning? He called out 4 different mumble rappers and said, go ahead and battle me, okay?
No, so...
He's like, 1 round and it will be over because no one can understand a word that comes out of your fucking mouth.
Are we dividing the country in half at, like, Wisconsin?
No, we should not be dividing
No.
I don't even know how we got here.
Because then you're going to pull an Eminem as from Detroit?
Yeah, Eminem from Detroit.
No.
You got... Okay, what about DMX? You got DMX. DMX is literally the shit.
Yeah, and he doesn't know how to pay his taxes for shit.
You just can't handle that he's a Christian now.
What? Excuse me? This is a man that barks on an album.
Listen,
barks.
When he was
said,
up,
early DMX actually is extremely
so good.
Really good.
When he was up for parole and denied, someone in the media asked him because prisons just grant media access to people, I guess.
Sure, why not?
So someone had asked him, what he felt is keeping him in prison, and he said, the system just can't handle I'm a Christian now.
All right. So in the NBA,
wait. Never mind. Just go.
And then you've got the Blake Griffin drama. Like,
where the hoe
like, the NBA is also doing nothing to penalize and reprimand half of these players that are doing this. So, do you think it is the NBA signing off on this? They're like, okay, we're gonna take this little page right here out of the WWE book.
No, so what it is they want. I feel like there's this huge problem with race in this country, race relations, to where they look.
Really?
Listen. They have to be more lenient on the players than they do the old white guy owners. So a guy like Donald Sterling loses his team. Pretty much anyone outside of Mark Cuban and Michael Jordan would lose their team for doing something that's slightly questionable like that. The players, however...
Why can't that happen in New York?
Because he's in a fucking bluegrass band. He spends too much time playing with his band. But on the players, they have to...
Dolan, by the way, just got divorced. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
Please tell me his wife got half the Knicks.
I wish.
Please tell me.
It was not his first wife, so I'm sure there was a
she is a quarter.
To be fair to him, he has seemingly taken a step back. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but on the surface, it does look like he has given.
Well, good because he was doing such a great job when he was involved.
Hopefully, this doesn't make him return to his so-called first love, the Knicks.
I kind of want him to get more involved, and by involved I mean here's my checkbook.
Well, I don't think he's ever been cheap. I don't think he's ever been.
I just want him to kick it up a notch. Be like,
just buy, here's a signing bonus of, $1 billion for no reason.
no, seriously, like, so